Just breathe. I had something really interesting happen, guys, and this is something I'm sharing because I only saw Lasanta do this previously. Now, I had promised Odin the rest of the meat and rice, and it was before you comment, it was not out of date. It hadn't been cooked a week ago, and I hadn't forgotten about it. And I even tasted it when I got it out, and I put like salt, not salt, sugar and pepper, and we had these beef jerky, well, bacon jerky strips. And I'm like, this is going to be beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know I have short-term memory problems, so I totally, truly forgot that I promised this food to Odin. I truly forgot. And I think Odin just wanted a hot meal because I put it in the oven. It was perfectly fine. And when I took it out, I won't tell you, but it wasn't edible. And I realized he took his meal. But still, I'm like putting all this food in the garbage, so I felt just great because I grew up in a family where you don't waste anything. And just all the little frustrations of like the last week or so, ever since I began manifesting. And this is why manifesting for me works about 2 weeks and then stops. Came up. And Odin had told me, stop trying to do anything, just put it in my hands. Well, you know me, typical Gemini. And long story short, after telling you the beautiful story about the child throwing the temper tantrum, telling you about having self-control, I lost it. I kicked the garbage can lid across the kitchen floor because it had gotten in my way, and I was so angry, kicked it. 9 times out of 10, I could not hit anything I kicked, but I was so mad. It's like, you ever get that mad that all of a sudden you're like a soccer star or something? Kicked it perfectly well so that it not only flew across the kitchen floor, it got air, guys. Banged into the cabinet, and I'm thinking, oh my god, I broke the cabinet. Clattered, and when it banged into it, I heard a crack, and I thought I've either broken the cabinet or broke that. Oh, I broke the garbage can lid. And Loki looks at me and goes, how do you feel? I said, I actually feel amazingly better. And he goes, well, you're trying to be Little Miss Sunshine, holistic healing butter melt in your mouth, and you getting stuff from me or the universe or whatever has nothing to do with your personality. And we've all seen it. We've seen some of the most terrible people on the planet seemingly manifest everything they want, and they weren't even trying. They just got what they wanted, and we think it's from like sheer force of will or magic, or sometimes life works that way. And I told Odin, I said I can never take manifesting far because this is the rut I always hit, and it's the one I fall in, and I throw and I pitch a fit like I just did. And I knew Odin took the food because I promised it to him, because I looked at it just as I was about to eat it, and it was 333 on my stove. So I knew that was Odin going, hey, it's Wednesday, it's literally Odin's day. You got the wolf in a day early. That's my food. And it was okay, but I don't know how he got anything out of it, essence out of it, what was in the oven or something, I guess, because I said, do you want this outside? He's like, no, throw it away. So we threw it away, and I knew, as weird as it sounds, me pitching that little hissy fit and kicking the garbage can lid was part of the healing process. But I said, this is why I never get far, because I hit these ruts, and I get all angry, and I kick something, or I break something, or whatever. I said, and then I'm done. I'm done, because one of the illusions I think we all have about manifesting stuff is that our life's going to become perfect. We're going to go outside, and all of a sudden, like our outside, whatever it is, like outside of our apartment or home or whatever, is going to be perfect. We're going to magically overnight get these interesting, wonderful people move in that love us to death, right? For our neighbors, they're going to replace those jerks that live next to us that we hate. And all of our problems are going to go away. And that doesn't happen. Life keeps on being the same because manifesting takes time. And the frustrating part for me is, like, as I've been watching Jordana Van, watching other people, sometimes you don't know what the universe or Loki or Odin's going to hand you. You might be saying, well, I really need this, 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 and this on this house to feel safe and happy and secure. And it's not coming, and it's not coming, and it's not coming, and you might be thinking gods aren't answering me, manifestation doesn't work. Or you might be thinking, a billion different other thoughts, and that's a normal part of the process, and I know that this time. Like I said, one moment I want to move to the cabin in the woods and never see any other humans ever again. The next moment I want to live on the beach. The next moment I want to travel all over the United States just going shopping like crazy. The next moment I want to live in this house for the rest of my life, and this house must be perfect, perfect, perfect. So it just takes time, guys, because sometimes we don't even know what we want. Luckily, Loki, Odin, the universe, whomever, pretty much knows what will be best for us. And you know, I didn't reinvent the wheel. A lot of this you can just go watch Jordana Van or whoever else, and they'll tell you, the universe is going to give you what you think will make you happy. Not what's good for you, what you think will make you happy. And that's a long, complicated video of its own. Like, if you think you really need to suffer, the universe will be like, you sure? 'Cause I don't think I will make you happy. You do have to clear out stuff. So if you want something and you believe you're going to get it, because you believe you can have it, it's possible you can have it. Not so much, I think I've said worthy of it or you deserve it or something. It's not so much you deserve anything. It's not a merit system of, I've been a really good girl, so the universe is going to give me a lottery win. No, it doesn't work that way. You could have the worst personality and get into fights, but if you have manifestation on lock, you still get what you're going to get because you believe that it's coming to you and it's possible it will come to you. It doesn't happen overnight. I don't know why. I was talking to Udin about it last night. He's like, well, maybe it could. Who does? But most of you humans aren't ready. And he says, I know it sounds cruel, but excuse me. I was yelling too. It was great. I was yelling into the microphone before. This was lovely. He said, you humans would freak out if it all happened overnight. Like, say, healing happened overnight. A lot of humans would freak out. Now, this doesn't mean I found the holy grail and this is going to work every time. It doesn't, for some reason. We know that. I've known a lot of people that have like terminal illness and all the manifesting and everything didn't work for them. It works in some cases, it doesn't work in others. It's like asking, why do the gods seem to bless these people and they don't bless these people? Life is complicated. The only thing I can figure out is a lot of life is getting out of our own way and to not have continual pity parties for ourselves because everything didn't manifest instantly, and to let go of the toddler part of ourselves, that ego part that's like, I need all this stuff and I want it now, and if I don't have it now, I'm going to throw a fit and scream. The universe isn't going to do anything in that case, neither is Loki. They knew it kind of needed that out of me, because they're like, you're either way too nice and kumbaya, or you are totally losing it because you are normally just a little bit cranky and irritated every day. So why don't you just try being yourself, leave the stuff in our hands, stop trying to help, give it to us, and then walk away and see what happens. So that's where we are. We're kind of in the transition period of, I really have to hand this to, I am sorry, but I swear to the gods, and you have to take my word of honor on this. This bulb was burnt out. It had burnt out. Now it's back on again. And I did not replace it, guys. Oh my god. Loki. And the weird thing was, just all these little weird things that are happening that if I told you, tell me I was insane. Like, I have this creaky spot on my floor and I go down to see where it is because I'm paranoid as shit. And I'm like, oh my god, the house is falling apart. No, we had a power outage and the dehumidifier had turned off. And damn if once I did that, came up, floor's fine. So, I'm just crazy, paranoid, but most humans are, so I'm not unique to the species. And if you do see me go cranky, that's actually my normal personality. So if you're new to the channel, people will say, you're so nice. I'm often in a good mood, but I wouldn't describe myself as the nicest person on Earth. The nicest person on Earth wouldn't just look at the neighbors and wonder if we can shot put people to the moon. Nicest person on Earth wouldn't do that, but I've got the free rock concert on one side and the sneak thief on the other. And I'm like, I would like to manifest some nice neighbors too. So this list just keeps getting longer and longer and longer. And some of it's going to come and some of it's not, obviously. I mean, I could use Playboy models on the one end, and then like these philanthropists that save wolves and foxes and everything in the other house, and I would be great. I'm gonna try to manifest the ideal neighbors, guys. Wish me luck. I heard laughter back here. Look, he's like lots of luck. But yeah, it just takes time. But Odin reassured me that the universe or Loki or Odin or whomever you're working with, even working under your own steam, your highest self, a lot of people call it, has this in hand. They know what we actually really want, and we think we want 9 million different things. They know what we want. It will come in time. Just have faith. It's kind of like a thing I tried to tell you before, and it got edited out. Of you ever see a childhood toy you wanted and never could afford, and now you can afford it? Well, the universe is like, hey, I know I'm a couple of decades late, but here you go. And then you have a choice. Either you can afford it and you get it, or you go, oh, that's cool, but I don't want it now. Thank you, though. And you walk away, and then you're kind of wistful, and you're like, ah, I should have got that. Well, then you'll get another chance eventually. Or you can be really spiteful to the universe and go, I wanted that when I was 5. And the universe be like, okay. Sorry to bother you? But yeah, and it's not based on our personality. You can be the biggest jerk in the world, and we've all seen this. You could be the nastiest person in the world, and you will just have stuff rolled to you if you believe it's possible. I don't know. That's the only thing I've figured out so far. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I promise I will not kick any more garbage can lids. And no, I'm not going out to buy a new garbage can, because that one still works, and I think it's a good reminder that we shouldn't expect ourselves, and I keep falling into this pit all the time, to become these nice, gentle people. What sets me off every time is humans. So if there were no humans on the planet, I would probably be peachy keen, but that's what always sets me off, and I know it by now about my personality. I should just accept it and not expect myself to change, because your core personality is probably not going to change during this process. Even if you get everything you want, you'll still feel the same way you do, probably, about most stuff. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.